Hello, my name is Raluca Radu and I'm here at GPeC Summit, the 10th anniversary edition. I'm here with Brian Massey, our special guest from Conversion Sciences. Hi, Brian.
Hi.
How's it been today?
It has been fantastic.
Okay, that's nice. You had a really controversial presentation coming up from the title to the content.
Oh, really? Was it
Yeah,
controversial?
yeah,
It should
could
have been,
you? Okay,
because Google's leading us the wrong direction.
okay, how come?
Google wants everybody to have a good mobile website so that they can advertise on it.
Okay, and that's why they changed the algorithm and so on.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they came out with Armageddon, or I'm sorry, Mobilegeddon.
Mobilegeddon, yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately, what they're saying is that they want us to use responsive web design so that our mobile site looks just like our desktop site.
And isn't that what we should be doing as online shops?
It isn't. It isn't, because if you want a better mobile site, why redesign your desktop site? It may be converting very, very well, right? So we've seen many people come to us saying, help us optimize our site because we redesigned and our conversions went down, our revenue went down. And it's because Google told them to redesign everything. So my presentation was about why redesigning can be dangerous, how to design a mobile site, and why you should design it separately from your desktop site. So instead of taking Google's word for it, if your desktop site is good, leave it and design a specific mobile site for your mobile visitors. And that's how you get more revenue from your mobile visitors.
Okay, and what is the shift in perspective that online shops should take in order
So the
to
shift
do
in
this?
perspective is the design firms will all tell you, do a responsive website so that your mobile site looks like your desktop site. But mobile visitors don't want a desktop site. They don't want it to have those things. They want it to have different calls to action. They want it to have different structure. They want it to, instead of filling out forms, I want to be able to click to call. And there are things that make a mobile website work that make it more like an app that would never work on the desktop. So the two need to be very different. But a responsive web design makes them the same.
And what do you recommend, a mobile app or a responsive web design in general?
So I recommend you can have a responsive site for desktop and tablet. That will work very well. But for your small screen, smartphone site, a separate, like an m.domain.com, separate site that is not responsive, it can still read from the same database, but it has a completely separate template and a different experience. Apps are really most effective for the percentage of your visitors that are enthusiasts. Repeat visitors, come often, talk about you. It's a smaller segment. Most visitors will not install an app. And so you should have a good mobile website for them.
Okay, and the app should focus then on the loyal visitors, so your
I
loyal
believe
customers.
so, yes. So
okay.
it should provide special things for loyal visitors that they will really appreciate.
And in terms of marketing, what do you think that the online shops should focus on? Acquisition of customers or loyalization services? In what percentages? Because of course they should focus
I think
on
it
both.
depends. I think it depends. So I would look at your analytics, and I would see what is our lifetime value compared to our new visitor value.
Okay.
And if the lifetime value is close to the new visitor value, then I would work on loyalty.
Okay.
But if you already have a large segment of repeat visitors with a high lifetime value, then adding more people in, it means you're doing well. Once people buy from you once, you're doing well at keeping them. Then you focus on acquisition.
Okay, that makes sense. And what are the main tools that online shops should use in order to optimize their presence in mobile and to understand their customers and the behavior of these customers?
Great question, because we have amazing tools that are very inexpensive and they're relatively easy to use. So number one, a good analytics package.
Okay.
Google Analytics does a great job. Adobe Analytics is a great package. Those are the two that we're most familiar with and work the most with. Also, you'll want a good click tracking and scroll tracking tool like Crazy Egg is our preference.
Okay.
But there are many out there that do a good job of varying price points. You're going to want a session recording tool so you can watch how people use the site. And then a good split testing tool, because you can make really amazing changes to your site and see if more people buy using a split testing tool. So there's a suite of tools that was here at the show, Marketizator, Visual Website Optimizer, and Optimizely are the other market leaders in split testing tools. So that suite of tools is what we use when we optimize for our clients, and I think everyone should become familiar with them.
And do you think an online shop should become familiar or also work with a specialist? I mean, in what point should they work with a specialist who helps them use this, like a consultant or?
Great question. So a specialist is going to slash the learning curve. So we've spent a lot of time learning the hard way how to do this. If you want to do it in-house, number one, if you don't have dedicated people, they're going to be distracted. They're not going to do a good job. And number two, there are a lot of mistakes that can be avoided by hiring a consultant. So you can take, it might take a year for you to see a return on your investment. If you do it yourself, we can show a return on investment in as little as 6 months.
So it's a matter of time, maybe?
Yes, but we're completely happy to help you once we get you up the learning curve and give you the process, let you bring it in-house and take over, because we want everybody to be doing conversion optimization.
Okay, and one last question, Brian. Many of us here in Romania are following you on Twitter and your social media accounts. But I wanted to ask you, what other specialists could you recommend us to follow? Some specialists that inspire you and that you follow?
Well, I got started on this from Brian Eisenberg, so I would go to brianeisenberg.com. He really is the founder of the conversion optimization folks. In Austin, we have a number of conversion optimization firms. So I would look at conversionxl.com, Pep Laya.
Okay.
And I think he spoke here last year, did he not?
No, Pep didn't, but Viljo Vabrit from Conversion XL spoke here.
Oh, yes, Viljo was here. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So they have a fantastic blog, probably one of the leading ones.
Yeah, we're also fans.
Who else? The Wider Funnel blog does a pretty good job, and the Site Tuners blog are two other sources that I would use.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. Thanks a lot.